Good morning and warm welcome to my beloved student. Today we are going to learn lesson number 3. And it's not a story, it's not a fictional story. This is the real life incident. And here you will be surprised and astonished to watch and understand the Babar Ali, the youngest headmaster in the world, how he worked hard to achieve his aim. Just like a normal teenager, Ali also had same desire and passion just like you. But he was different from us. This story reveals that Babar Ali, the youngest headmaster in the world, is something different and really motivates you and me to achieve something or look forward and to make a difference in the world. So my dear student, let us carefully watch this video and get inspired and motivated from this young man, Babar Ali, the youngest headmaster in the world. So today we are going to learn the part 1 of the lesson Babar Ali. So talking about Ali is a thin and gangly boy. Gangly means he seems to be like careless, not bothered much about his appearance, who sits in the middle of the front row, but studious and smart and austere in his blue and white uniform. So here, talking about Ali, he was just like a normal child. And he is smart, but at the same time, he got something different. His way of thinking was different from you and me. That made him to reach this pinnacle of success. And from her childhood onwards, he was a model student. He also the first member of his family to get proper education. Proper education means going to school and getting educated. Here, in this modern world, you are now enrolled to the Karnataka board and you are studying in a prestigious institution. So that means you are having formal education. At the same time, a student can pursue his or her first PUC by registering his name in the PU board. So that is informal education. So here Ali says that he was a fortunate means lucky or blessed soul in his family, because he was the only member in the family who got educated in a formal way. Formal way means going to an education institution, school or college and getting his certificate. Ali was born on 18th March 1993 in Murshidabad village of West Bengal. And adding a cap on his feather, a feather on his cap, we can say that this young boy, Ali, became the headmaster of the institution at the age of 9. Isn't it motivating, girls? Definitely. You and me are still in the same stagnant position. You, at the age of 16, right now, pursuing your second PUC examination, first PUC examination, and you are depending on your parents for everything. But here you can see that at the age of 9 means more or less he may be in 3rd standard. At the age of 9, 3rd standard, he became the youngest headmaster in the world. Not in India, but in the world. So really, my dear students, this story of Ali will motivate you, and this story must inspire you to climb up all the ladder of success. Or you can tell that nothing is impossible if you have a desire to learn. everything comes to your life depending the way you look, the perspective, how you are going to approach. Sometimes you may say that I don't know how to communicate with people, I don't have money, I am from a poor family, moreover nobody is there to support me. All these are just excuses. The story of Ali is a example, it's a typical example that you at the age of 16, you just count on your blessing. Now I am sure that after learning Ali's lesson, Ali's story, you will definitely count on your blessing, and you have to, yes, it will definitely motivate you to set focus in your life. In this age also, at the age of 16, you are minor. At the age of 16 also, you can do more important things, much important things when you compare with Ali, because you are blessed, you are educated, and moreover you are staying in a city where it is called as metropolitan city. So no financial background, no other circumstance mustn't hinder means block you, tell no to your aim or your goal. So Ali was born on 18th March in 1993 in Murshidabad village in West Bengal, and he is called as the youngest headmaster in the world. He received the CNN IBN Real Hero Award from the great actor Aamir Khan. He was also featured in Aamir Khan's popular show on Satyameva Jayate. So you can see from this picture of Ali itself, he is not bothered about his appearance. He is thin. It's not your physical appearance matters, students. It's your heart, your focus, your aim, your goodwill matters. See, look at the picture. Looking at the picture itself, you can understand the background from where Ali is coming. Ali, who has completed his graduation in English, is now pursuing Master of Arts degree. Ali was indeed traveled a long way, but he has planned for his future too. He wants to create a dream school for kids from unprivileged background and give them facilities for free education. So this was this young chap's aim. What was his aim and dream? He had a dream school, that is to give education for the unprivileged. Unprivileged means those who are not privileged, those who didn't have the right to get education because of the poor financial background. So his desire was to give education, free education for the poor people in his village. So let it start from the lesson, the experience of Ali, how he became the youngest headmaster. And definitely, as I told you early, this story must motivate my dear young girls. Sometimes in our life, we are not too serious. Maybe it is because of a circumstance. You have everything and you are not faced any situation like Ali. So that is the reason you must have not thought about it. So right now, no more excuses, girls. Yes, now through the book, first PUC English textbook, you are coming to know that in the world there are a lot of requirements. You may ask at the age of 16 what I can do. Yes, quite a lot. Only thing you must think and focus in your perspective, in your lookout. How can I do something? Definitely, if you are asked or if you have the goodwill to help others, that is enough. It's not a great thing you have to show off the world. It's your passion. For example, I can tell, in your locality itself, there are so many children from poor background. At least you can teach them basic English. Isn't it so? It will not cost you so much. every day, maybe as you pass on the road, you may see some people struggling for the daily means. So you can give a smile for them. That itself will make their day. So you don't tell that I don't have anything to give. You have everything. Definitely you have a goodwill to give. Definitely God will bless you. So let us get motivated from Ali. Babar Ali must be the youngest headmaster in the world. So underline the question, who was the youngest headmaster? Babar Ali. Check out the spelling, Babar. Babar Ali. Right now he is only 16. He is a teenager who is in the charge of teaching hundreds of students in family's backyard, where he run classes for poor children from his village. Why Ali? His story was prescribed in your first PUC textbook. This is the main reason. At the age of 6, as a young boy itself, his aim was to teach children of his age who are deprived of education. And what he did, he doesn't have a big mansion, big house. Where he taught the students in his family's backyard, where he runs the children for classes for the poor children. The story of this young man from Murshidabad, underline that from which place he is come from, Murshidabad, West Bengal. And it's a remarkable tale. Tale means tale means story. The desire to learn amid means in the middle of dire poverty. Dire means severe, it is acute poverty. Our Bangladesh-based YL volunteer Tanveer, who would like to introduce you to the extraordinary change maker. So in this paragraph there are a lot of one markers. That is, who is the youngest headmaster? Ali. And where did he run his school? In his family's backyard. And the third question, who introduced Ali to us? It's a YL volunteer Tanveer, Tanvir. He introduced the extraordinary change maker. So coming back to Ali's story, every day Ali wakes up at 7. Don't think he's a lazy chap, because he was really tired. Night he may be doing extra classes for this poor children. That's the reason he is getting up at 7. By doing some household chores, at the same time he helps his mother and father at home, maybe fetching water, cutting firewood. So he helps his family members. Then he takes an auto rickshaw first and later walks 5 kilometers to Kosimbasa Rajagovinda Sundari Vidyapeeth. So this was Ali's routine. Every day he gets up at 7 and helps his family members to do household chores, and he walks 5 kilometers daily. And which school he is? What is the name of his school? Kosimbasa Rajagovinda Sundara Vidyapeeth. And right now he is studying at the class 12, that is PUC, second PUC student. He is thin and a gangly boy who sits in the middle of the front row. So his appearance is not so attractive. He looks like a normal carefree boy. But here you can see that, but at the same time he is really interested in his studies. You may tell that you are distracted, you are bored. So look into the matter. Why? When you study, when you have something to do, you must have an aim. Understood? That is the reason you are forgetting your answers. You are forgetting to do so many things. So Ali's lesson is really motivational. You can learn quite a lot from Ali. For example, when I sit in front of this video camera to take my class, so I have an aim right now, that is I must reach out to you. So definitely what happened, that make me to work. Everyone in this world is born with talent. Yes, and the moment you are born you are in your mother's womb, you have fought, you have you are a winner. Understood? So science tells that this is with such a lot of effort you are coming out from your mother's womb. So you are a real hero. The problem with me and you is that we don't have a aim. So today's my aim is to make my class interesting. Definitely if I have that motivation, I will achieve. The same for Babar Ali too. He had a motivation behind, or he have an aim behind why he is going to school is to get educated himself, plus he had the desire to teach to the poor unprivileged friends of him from his village. For example, just imagine you are learning right now first PUC, but at the same time after this English class, if you are given a chance to teach the same lesson, what will be the mood, how you will be attending the class? You will be very attentive because you have a responsibility. Correct? No? Yes, girls, definitely. See, your father and mother, they can lie and sleep, but still your mom never sleeps. She gets up even it is Sunday or holiday or a weekday. She gets up and cooks for you. Why it is so? Because she got the responsibility. The same way Ali is having a responsibility. After learning, he have to learn, then he have to teach the students who is coming to his school by evening. So that was the responsibility. So now I am telling, if you are responsible, see, you take today's class, see, after learning I have to teach, so that eagerness must be there in you. Then definitely I need to tell, or your mother needing to tell to study, it will come to you. That is the difference between responsible girl. So I hope you're getting my point. So if you have aim in your life today, your aim is to get inspired and find something what I can do for others. If you have that goodwill, definitely you have made the day. Like that, every day if you count, you will be a real hero. You count, when you do something, you are a hero. If you can make somebody smile, that is enough for the day. So coming back to Ali, his routine works. Every day he gets up early morning at 7 a.m. and he finishes his housework and walks 5 kilometers and goes to his school. The name of the school is Kosimbasar Rajagovinda Sundara Vidyapat, and he is a student of class 12. But he is very studious and smart and austere in his blue and white uniform. Looking at in his eyes itself, there sparkles. That means he was curious to learn. And he was a model student. He is also the first member. Talking about Ali, these are the main point character sketch of Ali. Every day he gets up by 7 doing the household work. He is going to school and he is a model student. And one more thing adding to that is that he was the proper one or blessed one who got proper education, formal education. In the school, he's an not ideal means lazy. He's an ideal student, but it is what he does after his school hours that introduced the entire world. That attracted. It is being a student is a normal thing, but after the schooling, what he does made him something different. When every other teenagers goes running off to the playground, what Ali does, you can imagine your daily routine when you are going to school. You will come by 4 or 5 o'clock, you will reach home, and what you will do, just throw your bag and lunch boxes here and there and relax yourself. Immediately you will take your remote and switch on the channel. But what Ali is doing, not using the remote control, but what he is tuning in, he is he is going to change somebody's life, some people's life. That is, after his school, he will come back and teaches. And he is the headmaster of the school. And how many students are there in his school? 800. And in his school, what education is given? Free education. You need to pay even 1 rupee. So here, let's see what is happening in Ali's school. Welcome to Ali's school. It is a dilapidated concrete structure. Dilapidated means it's old. It's very old concrete structure covered with half-tone poster. Inside, in a small dark room sits a small person, that is this young boy. Even the Queen of England knows. Queen of England knows means everyone in West Bengal is familiar with Ali. And behind the office is the gate that opens to Baba Ali's home. Here you can see that in the backyard of Ali's house, so many unprivileged means they are never had the opportunity to learn, less privileged classes, because of the financial constraints. They are sitting and learning, and where but you are spending now, you would have paid your fees for your first PUC, but here in Ali's school you are getting free education what you are receiving today. And 800 kids who are deprived from their basic right of education, who never had a chance of getting education. They walk miles to learn free of cost basics and fundamental rights of life. So why they are coming to Ali's free school? Because they wanted to learn, and they wanted to learn the essential, the basic fundamental things in your, what you need in your life. So let us take a minute over and think while we whine about allowances and fuss about staying out late. See, so now most of the time you can see that at times when the exams are nearing, some government teachers may give strike, asking about more money, allowances. You can see all those things. So now in the modern situation, people are demanding for money, but here a young chap is giving free education to everyone. And what was his main idea? To make this world a better place. His intention is that to make this earth a good place. We say that people are very bad, everything is bad in earth, but here he, as a small boy, he wanted to make this world a better place. So that was his main idea, to educating the unprivileged people of his village. Today, all around the world, where millions of children are being denied means denied from literacy because of their families cannot pay the fees. So at the age of 16, Ali, the world's youngest headmaster. So here was the thing, what he did is he gave free education for 800 students. Without he has given free textbook. It is not very easy. Not only one teacher is so many people you need. One for you have 6 subjects, so 6 teachers you need. Infrastructure you need. So how much sacrifice Ali would have problem Ali would have undergone. And Ali is not from an elite. Elite means rich class. He is from a poor family itself, and textbook says that only one member in the family got proper education because of the financial constraints. Ali happens to be fortunate soul means he was lucky, because in the Bhakta neighborhood of Gangapur village in West Bengal, Murshidabad, he lives in a thatched house. Most of you may complain that I don't have one room for myself. So here you can see that he's living in a thatched house, and it's the size of an average kitchen. City kitchen means very small. So just imagine the house, where he is living in a shed house, you can tell, and he is giving in the backyard of his family, he is giving thousands of people come and sit for this free education. So here you can say that even though your problem is not your limitation. If you have a will, definitely. Ironically, he is still among the privileged class, even though he is coming from a poor background. He says that he is one of the privileged. Privilege means special right, because he was lucky to get formal education, because his father's name is Nasiruddin Sheikh. Please underline, he was a jute seller by profession, and because of the financial problem, his father couldn't go to the school, so he dropped out because of the family problem. But he believed that the education is man's true religion, and who initially supported his son's venture. The first help who supported Ali in his venture, his father, Nasruddin Sheikh, who was a jute seller. And what was why what happened to this Nasruddin Sheikh? He couldn't complete his studies, understood, but he believed that education is man's true religion, and whatever small income he was getting, he was supporting his son and those who are coming to his family. Coming from a privileged family, Baba realized that he must do something. So he is getting something, that is education. So he thought that so many children like me are having financial problem. Because of that, they are unable to go to school. So let me do something for them. So what he did is, he said he started a school, and what he did, although the children are taught, Ali is giving free education, but they need money to buy uniform, books and everyday transport. So that is the reason, even though government schools are there, so most of the children are not going to school because they don't have money to pay the bus fare, uniform and other textbook facilities. So here you can see that where Ali is trying to do something, understood, for the betterment of the world. Why other children are not going to school? Because of the poor financial condition. So here most of the children are dropping out, and they become what? Mechanics, laborer, grass cutter, stock herders, and most of the girls are not going to school, and they will become maids. Maids means servants. What is the work you are doing? Cooking, cleaning, washing the dishes, etc. Here Ali wanted to make a change. That is why he took the initiative of opening his own school. Underline, that's very important for my question. That is why he started his school, because he have seen that because of the financial constraints. Constraints mean limitations. So many children couldn't go to school, and finally those who have talents also, they are becoming mechanics, grass cutter, servants, maids and all. So he wanted to change this situation. So he started his own school in his family backyard. So next paragraph speaks about the name of Ali's school. Name of Ali's school is Ananda Shiksha Niketan. The name itself says that happy learning place, Ananda Shiksha Niketan. Here children used to play, we used to play school with me. So here he was telling that his friends, how he got this concept of starting the school is that Ali used to go to school every day, and when they play with the other children of his age, they used to play a game known as school. Then he understood that the interest of those students who have not entered or gone to school. Then he understood that when they started playing school, they learned little maths, telling that in your childhood you have played a game. So instead of telling 2 plus 2 equal to 4, what your mom will do? See, I gave 2 chocolates for your sister, and I gave 2 chocolates for your brother. So how many in total? So what you will get? You will keep all the chocolate and count. So it will become easy. Instead of telling 2 plus 2 equal to 4, 1 I gave for my sister, 1 I gave for my brother, 1 I gave for my aunt, 1 I gave for my father. So in total how it is? 4 chocolates. So without unknowingly the children learned when arithmetics while they were playing. So they understood, Ali understood that these boys are capable enough to learn, but because of the financial background they are unable to learn. So from this idea, from this concept, he started the school, and the name of the school is Ananda Shiksha Niketan. So thanks for watching. If you like this class, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. May God bless you. Have a spirit-filled day. So part 2 of the next class will meet you soon. Thank you.